We got blood on the podcast.
Dude, some people just need to lose the password to their bank account.
Yeah, 100%.
And Jake is one of them. Whenever Jake is in front of a crowd, he's throwing money.
Our shop is a map.
You guys built your guys' track and my car.
No.
Bro! Into the fence.
I was like seriously convinced I was going to burn his house down.
Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, from giant corporations like Mattel or business success stories like Gymshark. Shopify is what makes our business possible. So turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period and start selling today at shopify.com/wide-open. Go to shopify.com/wide-open. That is shopify.com/wide-open.
What do you think about this beauty?
Holy shit.
Bro.
Are you buying that, Ken?
Is it a convertible? Yes, you're buying it.
Ken,
you have
to
in
buy
Fargo.
that.
Are
That
you-
is insane.
Yes.
Are you
Yes.
serious? That is so sick. How much is it?
85.
Oh, that's actually a pretty decent deal.
Pull the trigger on it right
Let's
now.
go
Yes.
get it today.
Dude,
Let's
start
go get it
out
right now.
another car.
I want to go look at it at least.
What do you mean
Today.
look at it? I'm looking at it right now. It looks great.
Let's
Dude,
go.
last podcast, Mike bought a Viper. You got to buy one right
Yes,
away.
yes, yes.
Calling it now. Someone buys a car on the podcast every single podcast.
Dude, I want to be reading so many ads just to make it possible.
You know how quickly that would fizzle out? We're like, yeah,
How quickly we would go bankrupt?
yeah,
3 podcasts.
Yeah.
right. Or no, just like be like, yeah, so CJ's buying an 09 Altima.
Yeah, Tint just sent it to me, and I was like, ooh, I at least got to come look at this thing.
Okay, that thing's going to disappear. I think you got to buy that thing right now.
Ken, you and Butler
think
rolling
you're
up
right
to
about
Zorba's, it would be
Oh.
legendary.
Dude, yeah. Don't think Ken, just buy.
That is a good roll up to Zorba's car.
Yeah.
Roll up to Zorba's, just quiet, top down, all the moms.
Yeah. Dude, you
In
no
that
one would
car?
be
Yeah.
safe. Yeah.
It's got suicide doors, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Full entourage spec.
What are we even doing
What
here
are we
right
doing
now?
here?
Let's
we should
go.
Just quit the podcast and go and pick that thing up right now is what we should do.
I got to look at it first, make sure everything like works on it. Because those tops are finicky. If top doesn't work, it's kind of like...
What are you going to do? You're just going to keep the top down all the time anyway?
Don't matter. You got storage.
Yeah, we do have room now, actually, where you can park a shitty convertible inside instead of like I had to do.
And who's playing this?
What are you listening to?
An insane, like...
And then when you speed it up.
He sounds like he's suffocating.
Yeah. It sounds like he needs air, bro.
You're not going to like what you're seeing on the TV.
Who is that? Me?
Yeah. You just saw on logs.
Where was that one?
In Moab.
I've been trying to figure out who's the real snorer.
Mike.
Mike for sure.
Mike.
That dude
Mike's
is
the OG.
terrible.
Yeah.
Like
Mike, you snore worse than that.
I know you can't help it, Mike, but like it is amazing that Sydney's able to even get any sleep.
But dude, I mean, now that I don't drink, the snoring is like pretty chill.
No.
really?
It does help.
No.
I mean,
I'm saying no.
So
It's terrible.
But I'm saying
Bad.
like I'm not saying I don't snore. I'm just saying it's like it's bad when you're basically passed out.
I started...
Right on the shoe.
We got blood on the podcast.
What already?
Dude always manages to pile himself up.
Have you guys seen, well, obviously, if you're on the internet, you've seen, like, the morning routine. You good?
No, nothing is
Just
good right now.
bodied the mic. You like,
Dude, it's
He
wedged in the
got-
Bro, Ev's been out the
Damn
cut
right.
for the last 2 weeks. Ev's been at home for the last 2 weeks. You had to get back here and start breaking some shit.
You've already had 2 crashes on the podcast.
Yeah, so have you guys seen, like, the night routine where people put, like, the mouth tape over their mouth? It's like a big trend,
basically
right?
all after the guy.
Yeah.
That we were talking about a couple podcasts
Greta's
ago.
been actually doing that for a while. Like, she's had the mouth tape before it was like a big trend. And then after I saw the trend, I was like, all right, I got to see what this hype is all about. So she put one like on my mouth the other night, like when I was going to bed. And I was like, man, what happens if you have like a stuffed nose?
For real.
Yeah.
So then
I
And so
always
then
have
I
a
started
stuffed
like,
nose.
you know, I was like, started
Overthinking
trying to go
it.
to bed. And I'm like, trying to talk. I'm like, so what are the benefits of this again? She's over there where she's got hers, and she's like, just go to bed. And I wake up in the morning, and the mouth tape is nowhere to be found.
Swallowed it.
No, I didn't. I don't think I swallowed. I don't think I swallowed it. But I think in my sleep, I like took it off. I was like, I'm over this shit.
So then my question was, like when you put it on, does it improve? Because like I feel like I have a stuffy nose like half the nights. So does it improve your nose breathing ability?
Have you ever seen like the picture of like a dude who has no like jawline and like no chin basically? If you're a mouth breather, that's how you develop that.
I hate to be the dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like I could show up a picture.
You're saying it helps with your jawline.
Is that the only benefit of it?
Isn't it healthier to breathe through your nose
Yeah,
though? Don't
yeah,
they
I
say
think
like
that
nose breathing is a
that
healthy
too.
way of breathing?
That's why you put the mouth tape on.
Yeah,
nose
because like
breathing.
not good for you.
Yeah, you're not supposed to mouth breathe.
Yeah.
Nikki's been trying to get me on a CPAP.
Same,
Dude, life
Same,
support
yeah.
machine. That's what those are. You just hear like Darth Vader sleeping in the other room.
And CPAP is supposed to help you from snoring.
CPAP
Well,
is supposed to do a lot.
A lot, yeah. A lot more than just the snoring. But like Slim just got one. He's a couple weeks in and he's like talking about it like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Dude, you guys.
So what's that?
Slim getting.
Yeah, I put like an age limit on it. Like it just feels like a shame to do it before you're 40.
Well, I think I'd roll myself up in the hoses. Like you can't move.
I mean,
that
Nikki
much
might
once
roll
tap
you up in the hoses.
I've used a few of those like nose strips, and that seems to help me a lot.
Yeah, I've tried that and those are helpful.
Which one's the nose strip? Like the one with the magnets
Yeah, it
in
just
it?
pulls
Like,
your.
It's not the magnet one. It's basically like a piece of plastic that's kind of like pretty stiff, and then you just kind of like stick it on your nose, and it just like pulls your nose open a little bit.
gotcha. Yep.
Dude,
I don't know,
watch.
it
Look at
seems a
this
little
TikTok. Look at
far-fetched.
this TikTok of this girl here. So that's before, after.
She's posing at a different angle.
15 days?
And she's.
Yeah, 15 days does seem like a
15
stretch.
days. All right, that seems like such
Listen,
cap.
And
I'm
she's-
not
Call
saying that it works. I'm just saying that's why that's the benefit of it.
Just seems
I think
like a
most of
safety
these-
hazard sleeping with that.
Bro,
shit.
there's no way I could because I can't breathe out my nose.
Well, you need to be fucking handcuffed to your bed to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
You are a safety hazard to yourself and everyone else in the
It is
room
true.
when
It
it
is
comes
true.
to sleeping.
But, Ben, you know you sleep talk too.
Yeah, but I don't sleepwalk.
Yeah, I mean, it runs in our family to some extent. I'm just like on the, like, I'm fully at max. Like, I'm running around screaming, like,
You're at the very extreme of sleepwalking
Yeah,
and talking.
for
Like
sure.
you're just like fully screaming at night.
yeah.
You're doing like
yeah.
a whole nother day in your sleep
Yeah, I mean, the
routine.
other night he was out on the porch smoking a Marb Red.
Didn't have any, so he had to drive to the store.
I don't think I've ever gone outside, luckily.
That's
Can you
good.
imagine waking up and you're checking out with some Marb Reds in your hand?
Dude,
I drove all the
What-
way to the place.
One of our merch guys actually was wearing a sling the other day, and we were like, what's going on? Do you hurt yourself at work? Hoping that he'd say no. And he goes, nah, I fell down the stairs sleepwalking. I woke up in the shower.
What?
Holy
So he
shit,
didn't
dude.
even wake up after the
No.
fall. He still
What?
made it to
Yeah,
the
he
shower.
said I woke up in the shower and my shoulder hurt, so I figured I just fell down the stairs.
I'm pretty sure he's done that like every 2 or 3 months since we hired him.
Don't let him fall asleep.
He needs
at
like a
work.
kitty gate. He needs a kid gate, like at the stairs, like a dog gate.
It's like a one-way lock on his bedroom door.
Or actually, I think some like handcuffing yourself to the bed. I know Evan's got some handcuffs in his nightstand, probably for other reasons
Little
though.
furry
But
ones.
just tossing those things on right before you go to bed, just like safety precaution.
Dude, I have the best CPAP story. It's so good, dude. So you know how like the little boxes on your nightstand? I got a buddy. You guys know who it is. He was laying like this way, and he ripped ass into the intake and puked in his mask. Yeah. Puked in his mask. I laugh every
Dude, it must
time.
have been bad.
Yeah.
Does Dave have a CPAP?
No, he doesn't have one.
I can
He-
see Dave just being an
Dave used
insane
to
snorer.
He used to be when he drank, but then when he stopped drinking, doesn't snore like at all.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I remember being like downstairs in your house and hearing Dave snoring.
Oh yeah, it's insane. Like when we were like, you know, it was in high school, it literally sounded like a
house is coming
train.
down.
Yeah, I was like, ah! Like I don't know how to describe how loud
It's
it was.
amazing how women put up with that.
Yeah.
And can sleep next to, like, it is really amazing. Or maybe they don't get any sleep at all.
They got
but-
these really good noise canceling headphones now, and I'm guessing a lot of chicks use those.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm assuming like there's no, I couldn't sleep through that. There's no way. I'd be on the couch every night.
It's kind of like a sound machine, though.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah, maybe
snoring.
it soothes them.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I can't fall asleep when you're not here. I'm so used to the snoring.
Yeah.
It's like when me and CJ are bunking up in hotels. Oh, yeah, I can't fall asleep until CJ starts sleep talking. Jake, I feel like you're kind of turning into a little bit more like your dad every single day.
Is that good or bad? Like, I look up to my dad. I think he's got.
I think Dave's a great guy, but it's mostly like the quirks. Like after you leave the shop, you call all of us individually, and you just recap what just happened.
So,
5 minutes before.
dude, I have kind of caught myself multiple times. Like, man, dude, that was so great. You're like, yeah, I know. I just saw you like 4 seconds ago. Like,
are you even out the driveway yet?
That's
No,
what
I'm
we,
just sitting in my car.
we still meme him now by texting someone and going, "You up? Yep. What's up? Night, bud."
Yeah, Dave just texted me the other night and was like, "You up? Yeah, what's going on?" Night, bud. We actually filmed a podcast with Jake's dad, Dave, because Dave is like, he's got to be the most interesting man, and he's got so many stories. And then as soon as we turn the cameras on, the dude just
locked up.
It was like he was being interrogated. He's
Bro.
like, I don't know anything.
It was like that raccoon where they took a picture of him and he just didn't move.
we ask him a question, he's like, no,
No, ever done that? Don't even know who that is.
or we bring something up and he's like, we can't talk about that.
Yeah,
we're like, what are we on here for?
on a
What are
podcast,
we doing?
Dude, he's got like 1,000 stories, and every time you'd bring up a story, he'd be like, can we just talk about something else?
Yeah, we can't talk about that.
I'll put in a couple clips of it here.
Yeah, there we go. Ever done one of these, Dave?
No, closest has probably been a deposition with
Well,
an
it's-
attorney.
No, it's an honor to have you.
Are you nervous?
I'm really nervous. You gotta edit that out. That's not true.
Can you explain to the people like how your boxing career
I
went?
didn't want to go here.
I-
You know what? I don't think we should tell that story. I don't. We're gonna take that on. I'm not special.
Yeah.
Let's move on to something else. No.
All right.
The only reason we did it is because that's where I learned it from. It's like,
I was drinking.
I was Dave's shop bitch. Like that was on my check. Like in the memo line. Like what am I getting paid for every week? Shop bitch.
You were a good shop bitch.
Yeah.
You're a good
Yeah.
worker.
And then
That's
you're-
what you do. You act surprised, show dismay, deny, then you attack with counter accusations. That's what you do.
got a formula for this.
You know, I thought I was cool he burnt the merch, but it was. I mean, I was all about that. I was going, that's cool. Look at that.
You know,
Well, you
like,
never had insurance when you finally needed it, though.
yeah, but I ended up, it buffed.
That reminds
Buff,
me.
you had a compound fracture.
Yeah, but it
He just limps around a little
Oh, yeah,
now.
we just buffed it out.
It's good now.
I'm amazed you guys have all stayed off of drugs.
Yeah,
Stress.
take your time.
Show these off like that.
That's almost so good. I have to
blur
put
it.
it
I
in.
think that's in there.
He can
Not
blur
gonna
it.
make it.
Dude, he's got like 1,000 stories, and every time you'd bring up a story, he'd be like,
We bring up a Mike story. Oh, we can't talk about that.
yeah, he's like,
What do you
not even your
mean?
story. He's like, you don't want to do that to Mike.
He's vetoing Mike's stories.
Dude, we made a lot of money this weekend.
I think I remember it a lot differently.
I saw some videos. Looks like you lost a lot of money.
No. So here's what happened. We were playing blackjack, and I honestly was doing up and good, but Ben was down, and he didn't want to leave till he was up. So I stayed.
Classic.
Till we both lost, basically.
Well, okay, hold on now. All right, let me just recap the night for you. So we went downtown Fargo to all the bars. We do it like once a year. I was driving these hooligans around, which was honestly fine because I got to just like really sit back and just watch it all unfold in a sober state of mind. But the first bar that we go to has a blackjack table in the corner, and it's got a $25 maximum bet. And so there's like 5 people sitting at this table, and I was like, yo, Jake, we should go play blackjack. And he's like, all right. And he goes over there, sees it's full, and he goes, $100 to anyone that wants to give me their chair. Keep in mind, it's a $25 max bet. So, like, the most that you're making, like, if you're really firing, is like
$25.
No, like you're walking with like $100 if
you're
you had
lucky.
like if you had like
Some
a
good
good
hands.
table. And so I was like, bro, 100, you're going down $100. Like you're really confident that you're gonna win this money back. And like one guy was like, yeah, I might take it. I was like, might take it? What are you doing? You're not gonna make $100 sitting here. And so one guy stands up and Jake gives him the money and he sits down. And I was like, all right, here we go. And then another guy gets up and walks away, and I was like, okay, I'll
Ben got a
sit,
free chair.
I'll sit down here.
Like one hand
That was
later.
his friend.
Yeah, one hand later.
So me and Jake play for about 5 minutes. We both lose $100. So now Jake's down $200, and then we bop around a little bit to a couple other bars, and then we end up at our buddy Big Reno's bar. If you guys have been watching the videos for a long time, you know Big Reno. Like, he's had a couple concerts that we went to way back in the day, like back when we were in college, and he's been in a couple of the videos. He's our boy, but he opened up a bar in Fargo, and it's kind of like
A club. Almost.
it's like a half club, half bar, right? And so there's like these VIP tables like next to the DJ, and we like come in, and he's like, "Oh, I got you boys, get up there, like I got this table for you." And so we hop up, and this is like midnight, 1 o'clock at this point.
We were kind of sharing the booth though, because there was like maybe another group of like 5 girls in there.
Yeah, there was a couple other people up there, so there's a couple tables set up, right? Next thing I know, Jake is coming up with $100 in ones, and he just starts throwing them out over the crowd, just making it rain.
Never fails.
Never fails,
Never
dude.
fails. You love doing
whenever
that.
Jake is in front of a crowd, he's throwing money.
Dude, it's just like, it's a cool, I don't know, it's a party trick. Everyone just gets all hyped up. Like,
Well, yeah,
it gets the people
if,
going.
If somebody's throwing money, you're probably going to be pretty hyped up.
Yeah, like, of course. Like, it was great. Then you guys got bottles, and you're like, this is perfect.
It
was pretty lit.
It was actually such a great
And
time.
if you're not throwing money, you're funneling hot dog water, vodka into people's mouths.
Yeah, one or the other. One or the other.
But last time we were at like a Big Reno concert or a Big Reno event, Jake had $50,000 and $10,000 stacks of fake money.
It's got to be a crime what you did.
And
I was like 19. It was cool.
so Big Reno has us come up onto his stage. There's like, I don't know, 2,000 people out in the crowd. And he's like, the motherfucking C-Boys are here. And we're like, what up?
What up?
We're
We didn't know
standing
what to
there.
do.
No, yeah. I don't know what you do when you're up on stage like that. How's
At
it
that time,
going?
at least, yeah.
And then Jake is like, who wants some money? Who wants some money?
Crowd goes
The
nuts.
crowd goes nuts because Jake's got $50,000 in his hands, right? And he goes, all right. He's got 2 stacks, 25K here. He goes, points over that way, lobs it out. Points over that way, lobs it out. The crowd is going bananas.
Just a brick of cash. 2
How
bricks
would
of
you
cash.
react? How would you react if you
Nuts.
thought it was?
Dude, people are like fighting over it in
But
the
like
crowd and shit.
life-changing money
Yeah,
to people at
yeah,
that age.
It's life-changing amount of money. If you caught $25,000 in a brick of cash, you better get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, no
Because
kidding.
somebody's willing to do something pretty
Yeah.
aggressive to get that 25K, right?
Get some security to get you out of there.
So the person that he threw it to over here, out of pure luck, one of our buddies, grabs the cash, figures out that it's fake, right? And he's like, of course Jake threw fake money out of the crowd. The guy that gets it over here, another one of our buddies.
What are the odds? We didn't even know they were in the crowd.
Yeah. So like after the show, both of our buddies came up like separately and were like, dude, I caught Jake's money. I was so stoked until I realized that it was fake cash.
The best part about it is no one
No
else
one
knew.
knows.
Everyone
It was
thinks
So
fake
that's
Jake's
what I'm
cash.
just
saying.
this baller
Yeah.
that threw 50K into the crowd. Everyone else there, like it never came out that it was fake.
No.
So of course, the next time that we were at a Big Reno event, Jake's of course throwing money out into the crowd, and they were loving it. I was loving it. I was so happy. I was like, this dude needs a financial advisor. I've lost him. I watched him blow so much cash tonight for just the fun of the game, honestly.
And then
That 100 in the air was way better than the 200 you lost at the blackjack.
Yeah,
you
no.
know,
I was gonna say,
Way
what
better.
costs more, the actual real 100 or the 50K fake?
The 50K fake was not cheap, actually. That was like a couple $100.
yeah.
you know, I was just happy to see that you were actually throwing like a reasonable amount of money, because last time I saw you do it was at the Sandbar, and you had like $7,
Yeah.
and it was just the most sad thing I'd ever seen. Like, I think you threw the money, and then like
Lands in the
maybe
water.
like it landed in the water, and I was like, oh, here Jake, you
Yeah.
toss it back one more time. Like, and you were just like you're
Dude, I
It's
have
on
the
video.
I have it. It is so sad.
And-
you guys, it's like
Pop it up.
I don't even know if anyone was
I
going
gotta
for it
see
over
it.
there.
Dude, some people just need to lose the password to their bank account.
Yeah, 100%.
And Jake is one of them. You've always been like that, though, which I can respect. You know, some guys just never change.
like, if we're gonna have fun, I'm there to have fun. Like, I
Yeah.
just want
Yeah,
everyone-
it's great.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a great time. But people, like, you know, there's 2 ways of being like financially irresponsible, and like just for example, like Evan could be one and you could be another.
It's just two different perspectives of financially irresponsible.
You know,
Jake's
both
is in a
of them-
flamboyant
Both of them get the same
manner.
job
I'm
done.
usually always investing when I'm
Evan's-
losing my money.
Evan kind of moves in the shadows of blowing his money.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. It's like
We're like,
what happened there? What?
like I think Evan is like doing good. Like he's up big. And then next thing I know, he's just oh, I lost fucking $5,000 and he's all pissed off. I'm like, how? Last time I saw you, you were up $5,000.
I was just doing it for the Snapchat content because we were making the bets. I was down, I was up. Then we went to the table, and I was just like, "Yeah, this is making a great story."
Yeah, it was great.
It was
great.
It was awesome. It was
I
like
appreciate it from like my end, Jake. Like it could not have been more entertaining from like just a spectator.
Thank you, Shopify, for not only sponsoring this week's podcast, but making our website, CboysTV.com, possible. When starting a new business, there are thousands of decisions to be made and a ton of expenses that start right away before you even start making any money. But there's one tool that's going to solve a bunch of different problems for you, and that tool is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, from giant corporations like Mattel or business success stories like Gymshark. Shopify is packed with features that we use daily for our website, CboysTV.com, and you can get help with everyday tasks like enhancing product images, writing product descriptions, or generating discount codes with Shopify's AI tools created for commerce. Shopify is what makes our business possible, so turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period and start selling today at shopify.com/wideopen. Go to shopify.com/wideopen. That is shopify.com/wideopen.
I had a blast, dude. And then there was a fight just to top it all off. Like, does it get much better than that?
Do dinner and a show.
Like, we could not have. We saw it all. We saw it all.
The fight looked like it was like basically on top of you guys.
So basically what happened from my understanding, so we're standing here just like chilling, and there was like these other girls, but we weren't even really talking to them. Like, they just were already in there, and then we got put in with them. I guess this girl's baby daddy saw that she was in the booth or something like that.
I think she was just she was hitting the club too late.
Yeah, something like that. And he got like real pissed. And I don't know, he spawned out of nowhere, jumps over the freaking railing because there's like security guards and shit. So he like climbs over this railing, and him and like Big Reno and Big Reno's brother start like fighting him, kind of like wrestling each other. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They get this guy up on the railing, and as soon as I saw him on the railing, I'm like, this guy's going over. And it's like a pretty decent drop down, and they just whoop. Like, it was like WWE.
Can we play the video?
Well, you know it's a scene when there's multiple angles.
Dude, and everyone's just standing up there watching. And it was funny. Like, the whole time we're up there, everyone's just, CJ, Ben, Jake, C-Boys. Just, like, every time I looked out in the crowd, someone's filming me. And, it's just a flash. Like, so, like.
Do you think he came in there trying to fight, or do you think he just came in there because he was getting kicked out?
No,
I think he was trying to retrieve her.
I'll tell
I
you
think he
what,
was just trying to get his
he
girl
came
out of
in-
there. Like,
he came in trying to get his chick out.
Like, he was kind of like, yo, like, get out of here. But then, like, he wasn't supposed to be up there. So they, like, start corralling him. And then he's like, no. And honestly, I feel bad for, like, it was just, it's a messy situation.
Tough situation.
Yeah, like
but-
from an outside standpoint, from his security, it looks like he's just trying to sneak into VIP.
So the guy in the
he
blue,
did punch my boy Jace, though. Or it kind of, like, slapped him in the face, which Jace was just standing there. So, like, that was unfortunate.
what the
That
heck?
wasn't cool.
Holy crap.
Boom. Over
Toss.
he goes.
and the whole crowd just erupts.
Yeah. Then it was like this WWE face-off, like as if a WWE wrestler got like flipped out of the ring when he's like talking back to him.
Come on.
Give
Yeah.
me my shoe back.
His boy give him the shoe back.
Oh, he tried. You lost his shoe.
He's like, my shoe
Oh, he
right
straight
there.
up did lose his shoe.
So awkward.
Dude, everyone's just standing there looking.
Me and a couple of my boys were up there. You can see me on the right side. And then Jace on the left right there. Jace is holding the bottle right next to my boy Tuck. So Jace sees it start breaking out, right? And Jace is like, he's trying to stay in good graces with like the bar scene. Like Big Reno, like the owner. Jace is trying to, be his boy. So Jace goes in there and tries to like help him out and like break this fight up. And then in the midst of it, just catches a stray from the guy.
Yeah, Jace got
And
the
he
worst
was-
end of
dude,
everything almost.
Dude, it slapped the sense out of him, bro. After that, he was not okay. I'm like, what the fuck were you doing in there, bro? And he's
Yeah,
like,
I don't know
I
what
was
he was
trying to
doing.
help out my boy Big Reno. I was like, it didn't look like he needed much help, dude. Him and his brother were roughing this
fucking
guy
tossed
up.
that
Yeah,
dude.
they tossed him over the edge.
Dude, just two big guys, and you're just sitting there, and they just pick you up and flip
Flip him over.
like, dude, like imagine how in control you are to just have a person just grab you and throw you over a railing.
My favorite part about all of it, after it gets done, Chuck, Big Reno's brother, grabs like 2 bags of ice.
Yeah,
and
he
just
just
goes right back to work. Right back, like nothing happened.
He wasn't
just
even phased.
Flopped a bag of ice on his shoulder and went right to the other side.
Yeah,
Just-
Big Reno just hopped back in the DJ booth.
Dude,
and it was just
It almost fired up the crowd even more
It
after
did.
that. It was honestly an electric time. We might have to start doing that some more. I don't know if it really fits with our 100-day fitness challenge, but it was fun.
dude, it fired me up.
Yeah, it was
fired me
fun.
up.
Dude, I honestly just thought we were going golfing and going home. And then all of a sudden
And
I
it
saw
turned
the
into
night pivot. and I'm
Yeah,
like,
Jake's
oh.
like, let's go home like after 10. And next thing I know, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah,
we're
CJ's
riding
like
home.
10. Yes.
Alex is in the trunk.
I think you had like 4 espresso martinis lined up, and you were like, watch this. Hit it.
Dude,
hit
they
it,
were like
hit it,
milkshakes, bro. They were so good.
like the craziest thing to just shoot one after another. An espresso martini.
yeah, they were good. It was like candy.
Great times.
Great times, yeah. This has been a long time since I've been downtown, and man, every time we are cheesing ear to ear on our best behavior.
You checked all the boxes, brother.
Jake did every last bit of going out.
Yeah.
Just had the time of my life. I don't know what to say. Like, if we're doing this, we're gonna do it. You ever like pull a prank on each other, and you're wondering if you took it too far?
All the time.
Yeah.
About every week.
Can confirm.
I just did my first one to Brandon yesterday, and I
Your
literally,
filmer, Brandon?
yeah, I thought afterwards, I'm like, we went way too far.
Did he cry?
No, didn't cry, but I thought he was hurt bad. So
You just injured him?
So
I don't know if that's a prank.
Yeah,
No,
when
normally
it gets
if
that's
physical,
just assault.
that's
If anyone
crossing
ends
the
up
line.
injured, that's when it's like, yeah, went a little far.
okay, let me just pull this up. Here we go. Okay, so all I told him, I'm like, I got a video bit for you tomorrow. All you need is to bring cowboy boots, flannel, and a hat. And he's like, I got a flannel. I'm like, perfect. I'll bring you the boots and the hat. And we had him ride a horse, but they had it like tied up like they do at the rodeo. So they start like,
I like this. This is actually a good prank. Send him on to
You
a
guys-
fucking Bronco.
Dude,
he got straight bodied. Like,
dude.
What?
Bro.
wait,
That's funny, actually.
it was so
But
good.
also maybe a little far.
Dude, Tony was laughing so hard it brought him to his knees that he couldn't. Like, I was concerned. All right, watch
Oh
this.
my gosh, dude.
Oh, no. No.
Oh, into the fence.
God.
Dude, what are you running over your jackass?
You could have gave him a helmet or like.
That was the best part. I brought him a helmet and I forgot to grab it out of the truck. Like it just started happening.
You just thought he was sitting on it? You didn't tell him it was a bucking horse?
No, well,
Bro!
here's the thing. We had it all set up, and Brandon just confidently gets on this thing and probably rides it around for 10 minutes. And I'm like, dude, this is a bus. The horse is comfortable with them. And all of a sudden, it just got pissed. Yeah, I felt,
That's a crazy prank, Jake.
yeah.
That is a pretty good prank. That is maybe a little mean.
Yeah, but when I ran over there, he was smiling, and I'm like, okay, we're good. But when I heard him hit the gate, I was like, okay, we went too far with
The
this.
fucking gate, dude.
Did he hit it with his head?
Just with his back and arm. Dude, you should see him today. It's not good.
Moving a little slow.
Dude,
Going over the gate.
let me,
Pulls up a picture of him in a wheelchair.
this is legs.
Oh.
Each inside's pretty
So
solid.
bruised up.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good one, Jake.
Yeah, it was pretty
That's
solid
pretty
prank. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I do not mess with horses.
Me neither,
Don't
dude.
trust them.
Something tells me Brandon won't be after this.
Jake is like, oh yeah, those things are death
Yeah.
traps.
I got kicked from the Palmer brothers
Donkey.
That's right.
donkey.
Yeah.
Even that just caught me in the thigh. That hurt. That was like 1/3 of the size of that horse.
Yeah, dude. I was more worried about him getting
Equivalent,
trampled.
yeah.
Like after you fall off and they'll like run over you. Like that's where I thought I could have went bad.
But you were willing to roll the dice.
Usually stuff goes pretty good in our favor. It was like best case scenario. Like
That is so out of your control
Yeah,
as
no,
far
it
as
works
how
out.
it's going to go.
Yeah, we were fully rolling the dice on that one, but it went good. Like, we got the clip. He bodied the fence, made the sound effect, crawled out of there. Everybody laughing.
Dude, he's walking off like, holy shit, I thought I was a cameraman.
Dude, pranking the cameraman is fun though. Right?
It's dynamite, dude. I was like, I couldn't have went any better at all. Like, honestly, it was 100% Tony's idea. Could not take any credit for it. So, like, if it did go bad, I had I can put this back on him type thing.
That's
But,
nice.
yeah.
Speaking of cameramen and pranks that maybe went too far, I don't know if we can talk about it all, but can we talk about the poop and the?
I mean, we probably won't use it, so yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
actual clip.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll get used. So
That was just like disgusting.
It's just,
It's just disgusting, dude.
Well, the second we saw that you had a hood stack on that car, we knew somebody was gonna have to put something
Yeah, figured.
down the exhaust pipe.
That was truly the cherry on top of all the sabotage. Like we said in the upcoming road trip videos, a lot of sabotage. And we got to Gavin's, and that was it. That was our destination. All we had to do there was demo derby. But the pranks didn't end. And so
I think we just found out like how weak of a stomach Gavin maybe has.
Yeah.
Like he was pressed by that one.
I
Yeah.
was so stressed out because Dalton doesn't back down, and Gavin had the actual rage in his eyes. I'm like, "What is this? Is going too far?"
Yeah,
I
well,
just
Dalton
harmless
was
prank.
actually pissed, and you were too. Both you two were really mad about the prank that Ben pulled on your guys' car before that.
Yeah.
And that's what like it wasn't even like I'm gonna shit in his hood exit as like this is gonna be fun. It was just like
They messed with me. I gotta
just
get him
mad
back.
the whole time, just like pushing really hard, just like hops down like fucking dude. It was just like all
wouldn't-
anger.
I wouldn't even hold the camera. I'm like, I don't know how to use this, trying to play extra dumb, which I actually don't know how to use a camera. But he's like, it's already recording. Just point it at me. And I like set it on the tailgate of the truck, pointed in his direction, and then just like got out of there because I did not want to be directly responsible for him taking a dump in your stovepipe.
And then, but the thing was, so like, Gavin really got the shit end of the stick there. No pun intended. He had shit. Like, human feces is way different than dog feces. And, like, it was just rocketed out of the hood exit once you started up and floored it. And it went all over, like, kind of his yard / his driveway. And then before that, all the windows got fucking smashed out because Dalton and Evan were so mad when they pulled up. So there was glass everywhere. And Gavin has a dog. So, like, Ryan and I think cleaned up quite a bit of it. We did our best. We had shovels. And because honestly, I don't want his dog getting glass in his foot. But yeah, Gavin got the real shit end of the stick at the end of the day. And then we left all the cars there.
It's good scrap money.
He's got at least $600
Yeah, that's
bucks
true.
sitting there.
That's true.
Dude, I think it's getting to a point to where everybody's so comfortable with each other, and there's been so many pranks. It's just like, oh, we're just going a little farther. This ain't that bad. And in all reality, if this was like someone you've never met before, this is the most effed up thing you've ever thought of in your whole life.
Every time I see a hood stack from here on out,
Yeah.
there's one thing on my mind.
Yeah.
We have way different baselines of what's acceptable for like in friends here.
It's pretty funny.
know?
Like, yeah, but we can do those things and then you laugh about it and you move on. But if like chicks did it,
It'd be so weird.
It would be twice as funny, honestly.
bro,
It wouldn't have been. I feel like it'd be less gross if a girl shit than a hood exit. Like it'd be more funny. It'd be more funny.
I
That's
want
for
to
sure.
know what girl you're finding.
I mean, that's what I'm
Jake
saying.
is trying
You're right.
to
It'd probably be a
get her
pretty
to-
rough looking chick, but
You know who would be?
The shit in her boyfriend's cooler at WeFest? That's what I'm getting flashbacks of.
why'd she shit in his cooler again?
That's right.
He was
I
like
don't-
fucking
I-
around or
drama.
something.
I remember that, but I don't remember it.
That is
I
a
have the
wild
clip.
payback.
I didn't
method.
take the clip. I got sent the clip. Yeah, they were just arguing. So she hops up in the back of his pickup and takes a dump in his cooler.
Dude, who can poop on demand like that? I can't.
Want to see me right now?
Yeah.
Our buddy Matt can.
What are you eating?
No, it wasn't on
To
demand.
be able to just-
he had to poop the whole way there.
Oh.
That
And
is
he's
true.
like,
He was
should I
telling
do
us
it
to
in the
pull over.
thing? And we're like, yeah, I think you should. I mean, I
all
wasn't
good. It's
rooting him
funny.
on, but
I don't think we can show it on YouTube.
That's the
though.
thing is like it's
Gavin's
not gonna
face,
make
It was,
it.
it was
yeah.
just
Revving
solely
up the
for
car.
trying
love
to
of the
get
game.
revenge.
Solely the love of the game.
But yeah, Gav was pretty
yeah,
pressed.
all
by
over the
that.
hood. Then he made Dalton clean it up with his shirt, and then he wipes it all off, chucks it in the seat Gavin sits in, and then he's like, dude, that's like not okay. It's not okay.
Well, dude, I think very rarely does Gavin actually like get pressed. But
He was
like,
mad.
if he's mad, bro, he is so big and strong. Like he's built like a refrigerator. So imagine a refrigerator just coming after you.
At least
and like
he's clumsy though.
he is
Wouldn't be hard
clumsy.
to tip over.
Yeah.
But the thing is with Gavin, like honestly, if you pissed him off to the point where he actually wanted to hurt you, he could hurt you.
Oh, for sure.
Like out of all of us,
Yeah.
like the last person who you would want going actually 110% trying to injure you would be Gavin. He's a big boy. He's strong. He's tough. Yeah, he's clumsy. He'll fall down, but he's not going to stop. He's not going to stop. Everyone's just lucky that Gavin is probably one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Right when I met Gavin too, I think like one of the first questions was like, he did like bar fights often, you know, if he's got like a short temper, because he's built so tough, like he could just basically roll up anyone.
And
He's
if a
like,
guy's
no, I don't
looking
really, I
for
don't
a
really
fight-
get in fights very often.
Well, no, if a guy's at the bar that some people just kind of look for a fight at the bar, Gav kind of has the look.
Yeah, kind of pissed
yeah.
off
Like-
redneck.
Like,
kinda
I'm the
look,
big guy
yeah,
of the bar. Like, if you're going to mess with someone, mess with me. But
Right.
not his attitude at all.
far from it.
He doesn't like fully remind me of Wayne from Letterkenny, but the show Letterkenny, Wayne, he's just the toughest guy in Letterkenny. Someone else.
What a title.
Yeah, and the best part is obviously it's just a show, it's fake. But like when the another guy is like, no, I'm the toughest guy in Letterkenny, they literally just go fight, and then whoever wins
Yeah.
is the toughest.
Who do you
guy.
think's the toughest guy in Cormorant? Dave Sherbrooke?
No, because Dave won't even fight his bitch ass son. I'll tell you the toughest guy that I think I have ever met though is Sane Skinner's brother,
Yeah.
Nick. He's just like the most cowboy, like backwoods, not necessarily redneck, but just like so tough, so tough. Like if you were getting in a fight and you could call like one person, it'd be him, because he's also crazy enough to like do whatever it takes to win, to like beat this guy's ass.
Then you're going to be hiding a body. You call him the
Well, no, yeah,
going into the
100%. But yeah, one time he was telling us this story that him and Sane, his brother, got in a fight at a bar, and he threw Sane through the wall.
They blew out a wall.
That's just such a saying story.
Yeah,
Just
I
like,
do
my
think
brother
about
threw me
that.
through the wall.
Yeah,
Kind of sucked.
and they were pissed because then they got like blacklisted from the only bar in town for a year.
But I think about like, yeah, the toughest guys here or a lot of places wouldn't stand a chance against like Wyoming mountain men.
Yeah, something about like the cowboy like rancher hand. It's like functional strength, kind of like Mike with his farm strength.
Uncomparable.
You and your one tractor just
Yeah.
gave you unlimited
Yeah,
strength.
I know. I can lift a full
XP
bale above
boost.
my head.
Who's like the toughest guy you know?
I don't know.
Hunter Walls. Hunter
Yeah,
Hunter
he
is
is
tough.
tough.
Hunter's tough
Honestly,
too.
He's tough.
That is one dude I would never, ever play with that guy.
I'd
He
agree.
just had a different kind of strength.
Like he could throw you through a wall as well.
Yeah, I remember when he was in throwing like his big house parties back in the day. I remember him thinking the cops were coming and him sprinting. You remember that like wood fence that went around his house? Granted, it was kind of weak. He just sprinted through it and never stopped, dude.
Why?
Like the fence, just because he was heading for the woods. Like someone said cops, and he sprinted for the, and it just boom.
I love that.
Just never stopped.
Like
Kool-Aid
how
Man did.
tough? Yeah, how tough is he? Let's just say he doesn't hop over fences.
Yeah, he just blew straight through it.
You got any tough guys back at home?
Yeah. I've seen my fair share of shenanigans. Cousin Joe. You probably don't mess with Cousin Joe. I got 2 chipped teeth from Cousin Joe right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he punch you in the face or
Yeah,
what?
what?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, me and Cousin Joe, we're like brothers, so we get into it, and then we like punch each other in the face and stuff, and and then like end up having a couple beers afterwards. It's always fine. Like I didn't blame him for it. I probably had it coming. It's normal.
You guys are on that
Just a
new
couple chipped teeth.
that new medication. Couple of beers.
Actually, with Joe, it's more like a couple cases of beers,
Yeah.
not a couple of beers.
Jake, what was that? You referred to it as medicine yesterday. You
Yeah,
sent a
what
snap.
was that?
You put like
Oh.
some blue crap in your mouth, and then you're supposedly gonna have blue pee.
Yeah, no, it was just extremely dark. So there's this stuff that you're basically, I don't know, it's like dye, and it made my whole mouth blue. And like one of the side effects was like blue urine,
Well, why'd you take it?
just to see if it had pee blue.
Did you?
No, it was just like
Are you
really
able to
dark.
fill us in all
One
of
of
what
this-
the positive side
Yeah,
effects?
Yeah, I don't know what it was for. I was just reading the side effects. I have no idea what this stuff did.
You just took a random medication just to see if your pee would be blue.
Yeah, it was called something blue.
See, now this is something Dave would do.
100%.
Like that
yeah.
is like a perfect Dave example.
Where did you find this?
Dave.
Dave secretly Dave secretly trying to turn himself blue?
Yeah.
You're just snooping through the medicine cabinet and like,
No.
oh, blue urine.
No.
Yeah, you gotta add some context to this.
No, I
like
literally go-
how did this come to be?
I'm like, what is that? He goes, oh, come here, come here. He just goes, open your mouth. He goes, the next time you pee, check and see if it's blue. I'm like, all right. I like look in my mouth and it literally looks like I just like ate a whole Smurf. Like it just blue everywhere.
And then you just didn't ask?
Jake, I just feel like there's got to be something more to
No,
this.
and then I literally got in my truck and went home. That was it.
I'm not 100% certain this is the one, but the one that I found is called methylene blue.
Yeah, that's it, I think.
Anything that starts with meth can't be good, dude.
I don't know. You can buy it like at the store.
Yeah, what is it for?
I think it's to like track where medicine goes in your body and see if it's coming out. I don't know. Sounds just like dye.
So that's all it was. Yeah. That was the stuff.
What an experiment.
Yeah.
And it worked.
I mean, it was just like it. I mean, maybe if I took more, I don't. It was dark. Like it was not standard issued color.
Did you guys see that they're doing a Fire Festival too?
Really?
No, I didn't see that.
But
Evan's actually pretty fired up about.
Are you going to it?
Dude, you guys want to go? Ken,
Honestly,
So,
I was
gonna
pretty
say-
lit.
it would make a great
It would make a
story.
great video.
dude,
Like we
I don't
tried
think
to go to Firefest too.
It's not.
I'm
gonna
down.
happen.
Let's do it.
What is
I think he's
Firefest?
capping again.
Again.
You don't know what Firefest is?
No.
But
So-
then I just think, like, how could he possibly be capping again?
Man, this guy is
Wow.
resilient. He went to jail for the first one, and now he's going to try it again.
Yep.
That's a web redemption right there.
Yep. Firefest was there was this guy from New York. He was like a young guy, but he was trying to do a music festival out on like some tropical island, and he had a bunch of different influencers like Kylie Jenner promote it. And it was like supposed to be this huge festival, right? Bunch of different big names performing there. Beautiful island. And then when people actually showed up, it was like shitty like pitch tents that were like blowing in the wind.
Hurricane relief tents or something.
Hurricane relief tents. Yeah, when people were promised like very tropical cabanas and stuff. I don't think any of the musical artists actually showed up, and then like none of the celebrities showed up, and like it was just a complete flop. And yeah, it's called Firefest. There's a couple documentaries on it, but the guy that hosted it basically scammed like all the investors into thinking that it was going to be this big thing, and they ended up losing a ton of money, and then he had to go to jail for a year or 2 years or a while, and he just got out of jail like a year ago, and now he's doing Firefest 2, supposedly.
I don't know. I just saw a quick little video where he's like saying that, you know, it's going to happen. He's got all these details and whatnot, that it's legit. And then there's no acts confirmed. Like there's no musicians. The island, whatever island it's supposed to be on, is saying like, no.
Oh my
he's
gosh,
capping.
not again.
We haven't, there's nothing been figured out.
Is
Like
there a
there's
hard date?
It's saying May 30th to June 2nd. There's
This
nothing
year?
about
This
artists.
year? Oh,
yeah,
in a
this
month.
Oh,
year.
my gosh.
no
There's
chance.
nothing about artists. It says they're doing it at Playa del Carmen. That's all it says.
Evan, they just changed the coordinates now to the middle of the ocean by Playa del Carmen, which is thousands of miles away from.
I actually saw someone, like, they drove jet skis out to that pin. It's not even an island. It's literally a pin in the middle of the ocean. It's
What?
nothing. There's, like, packages for this. I don't know what it includes. Like, $1 million package. Isn't there, Ken?
So packages start at
it's a
$1,400. It literally is just a ticket for transportation from some hotel in the city to wherever this festival is going to be. And then it goes up to, there's a $5,000 one, $25,000 one, and a $1.1 million package.
What's all included in that one?
Access to the festival grounds,
That's nice.
Entry fee.
24/7 private chauffeur service, dedicated concierge, access to the Prometheus Marina,
Oh, can't put a price on that.
and accommodations at a unnamed hotel.
That's it?
Bro,
This
he's
sounds-
probably just running
also
this back.
private air charter.
And when
So-
you brought it up, I thought for sure, like, someone bought the rights to it, and they're like, we're going to do it right, and we're going to capitalize on this, like, surrounding clout, whether it's bad or good, about the first. And then when you said it's the same guy.
Dude, he's probably just like, all right, I'm going to do another rug pull, but this time I'm going to have an escape route, like an
Yeah.
exit plan. Like he's going to already be in Mexico
Yep.
or somewhere where they're not going to be able to get
Probably
him.
something in the fine print that no one is reading that buys these
Yeah.
tickets, where he's actually just going to be able to keep all their
Yep,
money.
exactly. And then he'll just be like, all right, finally did it. Now I'm good.
He's going straight to Cuba after
Forever.
that.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a giant scam. Like he's
Yeah.
just gonna have a payday. Everybody's gonna show up and
When
nothing's
he's
gonna
had
happen.
other scams too, like Magnesis, whatever that was. I don't
Yeah.
even know, but he's had credit card
Yeah.
scams, all kinds of. not just Fire Festival scams.
He probably realized, like, once he got out of jail, he's like, dude, making money legit is way harder. I'm just gonna do one big final
Send off.
And
I mean,
just
he is
take the
smart
money.
enough to be able to convince
Yeah, for sure.
tons of people to give him money, which is not that easy. Jake,
No.
can I have $20?
Here,
Jake will do it. They'll be easy. For
here's
you.
my
Jake's an
idea
angel
on it, dude. Is he just promises through this like unforgettable experiences and one of a kind things. So he probably could just say, "Well, I told you you wouldn't forget it," and you just show up and there's just nothing there. Like he doesn't promise any concerts or any like specific things.
So it's legit.
It's an interesting marketing tactic.
But either way, we down?
It's a lot sooner than I was hoping, but
Yeah, it's what, at the end of this month?
yeah.
Yeah, for Mike's
badge
badge party.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What are
yeah.
we coming together?
But from the first Fire Fest, there's a bunch of also people went and got absolutely shafted. Like they basically went and were forced to just fend for themselves. Like
Sleep
there was
outside,
no food.
yeah, on some
Yeah, they'd
island.
sleep outside. It was very windy and like everyone documented it, and it looked like not a good time.
Yeah, but think about how awesome it would have been to be there.
Yeah, I agree.
And you could tell people, yeah, I was actually at the very first
I would
Fire
have loved to
Festival.
been able to say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mike, what are we doing for your badge party?
Well, Ryan actually came
it's
to
Ryan's?
me. Well, yeah, dude. Like we sat down about it, and he had a beautiful plan, and we're going to Lake Powell.
Oh, yeah.
That'll
Which
be
has
lit.
been on my bucket
Yeah.
list. So as soon as he said literally those words, I'm like, you can say less because I'm in. Like,
When are we going?
third weekend in June.
Let's go.
What weekend is that?
That's
No,
not.
that's not the weekend that we're doing our bodybuilder competition, is it?
It's not. No, it was one before that.
Let's go.
Yeah, dude. So it's gonna be freaking sick. Cliff jumping, jet skiing, wake surfing. You know, maybe even break out the wakeboard. I don't know about that. But
CJ's bringing his
But,
wakeboard.
yeah.
You're renting
so-
a houseboat?
So that's the plan. Houseboat, and it's gonna be pretty hot. So it's a good thing we'll be on a lake. But like Arizona in June, it's got to be pretty.
It's got to
hot,
be
right?
100.
Yeah,
It's dry heat, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm freaking pumped for that.
That'll be great.
That's a great plan.
We're meeting up with those one dudes that got the boats. That's sick.
Yep.
Where is that? I'm never even.
Why, you gonna start swiping on Tinder?
No, I just don't know where
And
it
Jake's
is.
already planning.
Yeah, no, I've never.
It's like
It's like southern Utah. Half
Okay.
of Lake
Yeah.
Powell, I think, is in Utah, and then the other half is in Arizona.
Okay.
you know, people like bring their houseboats on there and then just kind of like go
Chill.
for weeks, months at a time.
It's like where the canyons are. You seen the videos of like the jet skis going through like the little river canyon?
Sounds like a
excited.
perfect time for you guys to get your pirate ship.
yeah,
That'd be a solid
does.
setup.
Yeah,
for
we
first
might-
launch.
we're gonna have to ship the boat down there.
No, they actually, it's going to be lit. They've got jet skis, the 2,000 horsepower boat, a racing boat, the G25,
The
like
houseboats.
everything, the houseboat that's all set up for us. So it's going to be sweet. They like offered it up when we met him at Snowed In. They were like, you guys should come down. And he runs like the Instagram account, Powellheads. So they like know the lake.
That's
Right.
legit,
Like
dude.
he knows all the ins and outs, which helps. I love knowing people that know things. It really helps.
Absolutely.
I'm like really trying to nail this and do a really good job, but it is stressful being, you know, the guy who has to plan it. So I don't want to do too good of a job. Well, I'm going to. But I don't want to be like the guy who's like, oh, well, Ryan just keeps coming up with good ideas. So.
Yeah, everyone's going to be like,
Oh,
best
that's
man
true.
is Ryan.
Yeah.
And Ryan's going to have to set up everyone's bachelor
You,
parties.
you do such a good job that you're everyone's best man.
Justin's was
pretty
legit, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we got a lot to live up to.
Did you
You know?
do that one too?
Yeah.
Dude, Ryan's gonna do 6 of them for sure.
That's what happened to Ken with traveling. Like he's so good at booking our travels that he didn't per se call that position upon himself. It just happened.
But he did damn good at it.
Became the guy. So, Jake, how many trucks do you have now?
Yeah, what's the deal?
A lot of trucks.
16.
Why?
15 or 16.
Why?
What?
I
Dude,
shouldn't say why. They're all awesome.
Right?
But
That's why.
at what point do you think to yourself, maybe I should mix a couple cars in here, like, you know, just to diversify a little, you know? We're pretty heavy on the trucks. Let's get a couple cars in.
Dude, because, okay, multiple reasons. One, you know, everyone's like, oh, I'm Ford, I'm Chevy, I'm this, I'm that. I'm all of them. They're
Yep.
all great.
Yeah.
Take them all, whatever. They all got their goods, they all got their bads. And, dude, people just like trucks. So I was like, sounds like a really good excuse to start making truck content and just get all the trucks you can.
There's like literally a ton of truth to that. And then I also joke about it too when you're like, truck videos started doing well, 15 trucks.
Yeah. They just
Bro, you're
appear.
just all or nothing. Always.
I mean, it's the only way to do it. If you're gonna do something, go all in. And
That's true.
Like it's worked.
There's
And,
some about that new GMC you got though.
dude, I
Like
love
seeing you roll up in that, I don't know why, it was just different. Like you're
'Cause
in
it's
this
not a Raptor.
brand new, mostly because it's not a Raptor. It's
all I've
this
seen.
brand new black and chrome.
I've just never had a
GMC.
nice truck, dude. Every time I open it, I'm like, dang,
Yeah,
this
it's
thing's
nice.
Like, yeah, I'm usually used to just driving something and beating on it and into the ground. Like, I actually, wash this thing every day, and
Brandon washes.
he does a good job too.
Not for a few days after that hit he took.
Yeah, he will
Yeah,
be
he's
down.
gonna be sore, dude.
Yo, he is. He's dude. We got him like propped up at the couch. Got
Fucking
his desk.
worst boss ever.
He's gonna prank you washing your truck with sandpaper.
I actually called Ben's dad yesterday, so we're bringing him in Friday to see Ben's dad. I felt really bad, dude.
Get them all
Just-
straight.
You should
back
film
out.
him getting an adjustment
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
yeah, he's pretty beat up after I prank.
Such a good prank, dude. But no, I don't know. I like trucks, and I was like, at this point, I told Mike I'm giving him a run for his money because like Mike's got a lot of vehicles, dude.
Yeah,
I think
you-
you've passed
you are.
him at this point
You have.
at 16.
I mean, he kind of has some people on his team, but either way, I think with just
Mike's a self-made man.
Yeah, speaking like for your personal trucks, like I think you're still beating me.
Yeah, so basically, three of the whatever are actual Tony's truck. Otherwise, all of them besides the GMC are all the company's trucks.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
wild.
sweet.
Mike, when's your Viper get here?
Yeah.
I'm still up in the air whether I should drive it back or have it shipped.
I'd go down there and just drive it back, dude. It's gonna be legit.
You get to
and
drive
it's
through
gonna
Chicago.
be fun.
That's what I'm most
And
excited
then you
about.
know, have you sent him all the money?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say if you get there and then you're like, all right, dope. Here's the check. Then you
Right.
leave
It's how you should
versus
do.
because
And then
right now, yeah, you
I
might
love
as well just
how,
have him ship it at this point.
Ben's dad sends us all a text that says, "Be very careful, guys. I have a patient that sent money for a classic Camaro to be delivered, and the car never showed up. He's a smart guy too. Crooks are getting smarter."
Well,
And I'm like, "Well, good thing I didn't just send an obscene amount of money."
yeah, that'll make you feel better. That'll
Off
make
of
you
an
feel better.
eBay.
Yeah, if you were to get scammed, I feel like eBay right there is the place.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Has them
sketchier
out there.
crowd.
So, yeah,
eBay's never let me down.
Yeah,
True.
I
So
bought
she's-
I bought a car off eBay once.
I wanted to ask Jason if that was during transport or the sale, because
Right.
during transport, a lot
Can-
of cars have gotten stolen. So
Yeah.
maybe just another reason to go and get
That's-
her.
You got to make sure you
True.
just have a good transporter that is like trusted, because if you try to save some bucks, it can just be a part of like a scheme where they pick up, like I see it all the time in the supercar Facebook groups where guys will ship like a Lamborghini and a McLaren, they're shipping it to here, gone. They never find them, dude. They're gone.
That's
And like
insane.
I'm pretty sure your insurance doesn't even cover that.
Really?
I don't know. I think there's some kind of it's a real thing.
Weird
But
thing.
I think also though, if you've already sent them the money, it maybe would be cool to like have all of us there to see your first reaction to getting it. Like
Yeah.
that is kind of, and you
I thought it would
probably
hit
could have
harder
it
that
quicker. Like if I were you, I would already have a transport guy. You could probably have it by Friday. Or sorry, it's Wednesday.
Ben's
You could
my-
probably have it by Saturday.
Ben's my broker. So.
I'd probably say next Wednesday by the time you get it lined up.
There you go.
Okay.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah, like that's pretty quick. Like I'd just try to do that.
We'll ship it.
Dude,
Yeah,
there's
she's
nothing
locked in.
cooler than a car delivery. Granted, I've only gotten one, and it was with CJ, and it was like
Yeah,
still
it's
one of my
so exciting.
favorite. Like you see the door open and they start it, and you're just like, oh my!
It's
God.
nerve wracking too because you haven't seen the car yet
Mhm.
in person, so you're
True.
just like, oh my gosh, like is it good or is it like beat up? Did they lie about some stuff? And then like you're seeing it, and then it's actually really exciting, and you're not even on the fence of like, should I buy this or should I not?
Right,
Because you
'cause
already
it's-
own it,
yeah,
so
your-
you're just like
Your mindset.
fully trying to. You're just like trying to enjoy.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I got
in.
my white Mustang on eBay too.
Really?
And it went fine.
Yeah, so it's,
That's
I mean,
true. That was a
it's
legendary
really one
car.
of the more like classic ways to buy a car online. You know, they were around before Bring a Trailer, before Cars and Bids, before Cars.com.
Didn't somebody, they either commented on the podcast or they sent you a thing and said they've seen it at car shows? Does this ring a bell? Okay, it's a comment on the last podcast. It said, I've seen that car at car shows around us. It's super good.
Oh,
So
that's perfect
good.
then.
I mean, the guy freaking doesn't want you to drive it home and only has 6,000 miles.
Yeah.
And when he's telling his kid, like, give it a baby rev. And then he's like, ooh. And he's like, all right, a little more. Ooh. Okay, geez.
Yeah.
But I am excited for it to arrive.
You know what I'm excited for? Mike to roll up the Zorbas in that thing just to see him come around the corner. And you're like, that's my buddy Mike.
Viper Mike.
That's like definitely one of the first things I'm gonna do with it.
Right to Zorbas.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
100%.
Have to.
Dude, I'm telling you guys right now, this is one of my favorite memories of all time. Like, I've always just wanted a squad mob. And when we finally did it, I was like, got like the achievement unlocked when I sat down at the table, dude.
I was bummed I missed that. Me and Mike missed it.
Yeah,
It was,
I very
the most fun of all. Everyone was driving just like the world was a racetrack. And I was like, man, how are we not going to jail?
I don't know.
I just remember every intersection in the Mustang, I'd like whip a donut, and Ben's dad was just geeking. I was just like, I got someone to smile, dude. I was like I was loving it.
You get that thing fixed yet, dude?
No, your guys' Mustang. Did you guys get that fixed yet?
No, it's being fixed. I mean, it wasn't very original before, but I would say Robbie's got it down to. It was probably about 25% of what we gave him. He
my
actually used.
gosh.
It probably been easier to just build a new
Yeah.
Mustang.
Honestly.
So
where
he
we
just
got
started
to.
from scratch almost.
He
just
said he kept cutting out parts that were bad or that he didn't like, and then he sent me a picture of it, and there's no front end. The entire interior's gutted, and the whole rear end's gone.
So he just started over.
He just
pretty
started
much.
over.
Yeah.
Just started over the hard way.
I'm in the same boat right now. Mine's just in a pile in the corner with a shitload of boxes right behind
Yeah,
it.
you got to get that thing fixed, dude. It's drifting season.
I know. We're getting there. I'm waiting for like one thing. Then we're starting.
I street legaled my drift car today because why not?
You put title on
Really?
it? The
Yeah.
license plate?
Yeah, because then I was like, well, that'll be fun to drive on the road.
Really?
Yeah, to drive to Zorbas. Yeah, because it's like to put liability on it. It's like,
$10
$50,
yeah.
$25 a month.
Can't put a price on that.
I just can't imagine you driving your drift car on the road with how many other vehicles you have.
Right. Well, it would be a strictly Cormorant based road
Adventure.
cruise.
Bro,
Yeah.
I mean this in the nicest way, but you better have a tow truck or get AAA. You better
Fire
get
truck.
AAA if you're planning on going anywhere further than the drift track from the shop.
Right.
You're gonna need like the fire department like following you
Yes.
around with that thing.
That'd be awesome. No, I actually I invested heavily in some fire extinguishers. I got enough for me and the whole crew and your friends. So we're good. there.
Maybe just enough for you.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's nothing like just, driving around Cormorant and you just have a handbrake just in case you need it. It's the best thing ever. Someone's looking.
Just
you
in case.
Just in case.
I saw an idea that would have you pretty bricked up, Jake. This guy pops open his little cigarette lighter cover, screws in where his cigarette lighter was, screws in a handbrake. That's cool. I don't know
That's
the point,
sweet.
what's the point of really having to have it be removable, but
Little hidden little gem,
Yeah.
like, oh, watch this.
I can see you doing it, dude. We're just driving down the road.
pulls the
And I'm like,
stick
hey,
out.
man, we got to take a left in a mile here. That's how you'd look at me. I just got to ask, preferably Evan, because you've got a couple kids in the house that maybe are a little more on the internet than we are. The fuck's up with the chicken jockeys at the Minecraft movies? Have you
No idea what you're talking about.
never mind.
Dude, the
I-
movie
I-
theaters
I'm sorry,
are getting
I'm sorry.
no, that's
insane.
okay. I
I
was
could-
hoping
And
that
I want to know,
I
chicken
could-
jockeys?
Well, I don't know the total root of it, but basically, just like anything, when people find something to latch onto, you've seen the videos in the movie theater when that scene comes on.
Start throwing everything.
Throwing
Yeah, that's
popcorn,
funny,
Dude,
dude.
there's
Yeah.
fireworks going on. If you see there's a movie
What?
theater, they started on fire.
Holy
they brought
crap.
in like big mortars and like people
What
are
the hell?
scattering everywhere. Just
It's got to be really bad for Minecraft. Like,
we gonna get a
movie,
visual
like,
on this?
People are gonna start pulling
Well,
from
yeah.
theaters.
So I gonna go to the theater and see the movie.
Like, I don't know what the fuck goes on, but everybody starts cheering and standing up at this scene.
They brought fireworks.
Turn it up. Dude, I love Minecraft.
And then they shut down the movie theaters all the time after that. Then, like, movie theaters are putting, like, what time it's going to happen so they can bring people, like, staff in to make sure stuff doesn't happen.
is it the end of the movie?
How are you gonna control
I
a
don't
full
think it
pack
is.
theater?
I don't know. They probably just don't play the rest of the movie then after that.
I love Minecraft. I never thought they'd make a movie on it though. That's crazy.
Did you play the game?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I played a little
It was
bit,
fun,
It
dude.
was so fun.
but I didn't even touch survival mode. I just like
No.
can't do that.
No,
The
we were
whole,
just
like,
building
when
stuff.
you-
Me and my
when-
friends
When you
online.
die and then you have to like get your sword all over again. Like creative mode is like I had a whole like roller coaster and
Yeah.
everything.
Sick.
Pretty fun.
It was fun.
then you'd have the worlds with all your buddies, so then
Yep.
everybody could work on different stuff.
I remember like one time we had all of us working on this world, and this other kid from our school joined and like started our shit on fire
TNT'd everything.
across from, and then like I was pissed and I was like, I'm gonna fucking burn his real house down. And then, like, I was actually pissed. I was so mad, and like I was like seriously convinced I was gonna burn his house down. Like,
I'm gonna burn his
and like the
real
next
house
morning
down.
I cooled off, but I was like, I'm gonna fucking burn this kid's house down, his real house, because I knew where he lived. I was mad. I'm pumped for the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater remaster coming out. It's a remaster of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. It's gonna be awesome, dude.
Especially with Skate 3 just not, or I guess Skate 4 just not happening.
Is it not happening?
No,
So
I
like
think it is.
everything
It's
we
just-
see, is that just all bogus?
No, it's not bogus. It's just one of those like I'm honestly being a hater, as in like, when's it ever gonna come out? But I'm like, can we have some sort of timeline here?
Dude, Evan had a really good idea that in the new GTA, they should have the physics from like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater or something like that. Like, how sick would that be if in GTA you had just built in like a full skateboarding game, and then you could go to like a basketball court
Bro.
and you have NBA 2K physics,
That
like
would be
legit
sick.
I
stuff
think
like
it's
that.
where games are going. Like at
Yeah.
some point, there's gonna be like one game,
And then
like
within
all-
it, there's games.
yeah,
Like
right.
that game called Player One.
Like-
You guys ever see that movie?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like that. Or like when
Yeah.
you're playing golf, like golf on GTA is whack.
Yes.
But it's just like playing the Tiger Woods or PGA Tour or
Yeah.
whatever it is. And
Think
then
how
you-
sick that'd be.
the dirt bike physics are like MX Unleashed and whatever.
Yeah.
Just the
That would
ultimate
be
game.
so sick.
I'm sure they'd have to license it all, and it'd be a whole thing. But I thought that was like $1 billion idea right there. Such a good idea.
Should we start working on it?
Yeah, well, let's start building our own GTA. It'll be out before the real one.
Dude, the VR world is like a really weird place, actually. So like me and Andrew,
Furries and shit.
no, so like me and Andrew play VR, like I don't know, every once in a while, just like a little like Call of Duty game basically, and you're just like running around together, super fun. But there's like other games where you're like actually going on like dates with people and hanging out, and they're
Really?
like, yeah, we're meeting up in like 2 years or something, and they just like
I
go
know.
on dates every night, and this kid's like trolling them, like,
I've seen that.
yeah,
He
it's
goes-
extremely funny, but
he
it's
like
super
walks up
weird.
to them and he goes, "Are you guys dating?" And I picture like what they look like in real life, probably like a dude with really greasy long hair and a chick wearing like Cookie Monster sweatpants with blue hair.
Yeah.
and he's like, "Are you guys dating?" And they're like, he's like basically like walking up to them in real life, and they're like, "Dude, seriously? Can you just get away? Why are you even concerned with us?" And he's like, "I'm just wondering if you're dating." He's like, "You guys seem like you're really liking each other." And they're like, "Dude, just get away." And then he's like, "Have you guys met in real life?" And then the guy's like, We're going to in May.
It's like it's a
Classic.
weird thing, but it's like big.
What game is that?
I have no idea, like not a clue, but
Some Black Mirror
It's like
shit.
meta world.
You know what that reminds me of is this reel I saw yesterday, which made me laugh.
Could you
So
help me
funny.
here? I need some help over here.
Ev, you should do
If
this.
that's okay.
I'll give you my Ray-Ban glasses. Record it.
Excuse me. Excuse me. My friend just thought you were beautiful. He wanted to see if he can get your number.
Sorry.
We tried. He was talking so good about you. I was just like, well,
Thank you.
I'll help you out. It's okay, Derek. Better luck next time, Derek. Better luck next time.
Dude, that's
Oh my
so
God.
funny.
Like
I think we
next time,
should
Derek.
do that. That's
I hope he
funny.
didn't get like fired. That woman just reports him. He's working at Walmart.
Hitting on
He gets
chicks.
all jammed up.
I don't know. I thought that one was pretty funny.
Have you guys played?
Oh,
Have you
the
guys
Rizzler.
played the new Sledders game?
No, I haven't.
Man, does that piss a guy off?
is
hard.
Is it?
So
It's fun.
physicky or
It's
sim,
fun,
whatever you want to
But
say.
it's hard because you have like controls for being like right side over, left side over. You have controls for your skis. You have controls for your leaning. And when you're leaning and boondocking, you have to turn your skis that way, opposite,
Like you
and
do in
then
real
lean
life.
left. And then when you're on like flat ground, you have to turn your skis normal. It's pretty hard, but it's like super fun. The maps are big. It's very realistic. I think you'd like it.
there's
Ryan.
giant communities. Like if you go on Facebook, there's like hidden parts of the map you can find, and they're like take parts of like real life terrain, and they're like, hey, if you guys have ever been here in real life, it's in the map. Go to like E3 in the top right corner or something.
Which is you have to like navigate around kind of like in real life. Like you don't to
You
get
can't
to a
just
spot.
drive
You can't
over.
just get to a spot. You got to work for
Well,
it.
once you get somewhere, you can drop a pin, and then at any point you can teleport to your pins. But until you
Right.
get a pin there, you
can't.
can't. So, and I struggle to go anywhere I want.
Exactly,
It's just
like,
extremely difficult.
It's like real life, as in like you can't just get on a sled and go somewhere. Like you got to work
harder.
for it.
It's harder than riding a real snowmobile.
I'm glad that they made it that way, because if it was like, you know,
You get
the
bored of it
freaking
fast.
easy video game that took no actual like motor function,
Just hold it wide open.
yeah,
and
and you just
somewhere.
drive everywhere. It wouldn't really be that fun. But
Yeah.
dude, I as a kid, I would have
Dreamed of
logged
that.
10,000 hours in
Yes.
that game already.
You
like,
would've.
oh,
And the maps are huge. I played one map for like 2 hours, and
I'm buying an Xbox tonight. I'm gonna go play it tonight.
It's
I've
fun.
decided.
I think you should try it, Ryan.
I think I'm gonna do it. I've been wanting to buy an Xbox for a while, but I'm like, summer's coming. I'm not gonna use it in July, but like, I'm doing it.
Just a couple dudes I
Couple
heard.
dudes, yeah.
But it's
Small
like
dev team.
it's basically like a no different than racing simulator, but for snowmobiles, like just realistic or whatever.
I really want to get a racing
Got,
simulator
like,
too.
all the real sleds.
Speaking of which, I got a real PC finally, and I hooked my VR headset to my PC, downloaded your guys' shop and my car, and I've been logging some hours at your
Really?
place. Yeah, it is awesome.
Our shop is a map.
You guys didn't hear
look at
about
this.
that in
Here.
is
Yeah,
it
can we see it?
Corsa or
Here.
Assetto Corsa?
Which game?
Yeah, Assetto Corsa. You just got to download like the mods, and then like there's moderators who can build stuff. And like this guy I met, he's like he built your guys' track and my car, and like here I'm pulling it up. Right
Did he
now.
use
Can
the
I-
specs of
Can I
your
come
car?
play?
Yeah, like literally, you guys driving it feels like you're there.
So this is
This is
this is
gonna
a
be-
drone
this is
clip
so
from our track
trippy.
last summer.
Yeah.
Even got the sod field.
Wait, is that real or is that fake?
No, this is the game.
What?
Very impressive that CJ just asked that, because that's how real it
Oh,
looks.
look, you're driving in the grass there, just like real life.
Now I see.
It looks so real, dude.
Dude, I have filmed from this exact
yeah,
spot.
like you're in the tree filming right now.
Holy
Puna
smokes.
Corner looks great.
Yo, that is sick, actually.
Oh, they put the bank?
The merch warehouse.
Dude, you guys,
the bank.
now this is like phase one.
Yeah.
They have it. So like the guy wants to, I had to ask you guys about this. He wants to come out to your shop and like take pictures of everything and like in the buildings, so you can like drive your car in the building.
That's
and like
sick.
he wants to build it to a replica T. Like you can almost go all the way to the Cormorant store.
Really?
What?
And then yeah, like I just hopped on the road and
You
just
gotta
went
get
wide
it to
open.
Zorbas. You
Zorbas.
gotta get it.
And that's when you pull up, just and there's people eating, and everyone starts cheering. Woo.
Dude, it actually would be cool, like, because you could put your shop on it, which isn't that far away.
Yeah.
Do turf.
You guys, I never even thought of this. If he replicates Zorbas, we could come up with some like 150 mile an hour entry from somewhere and perfectly land at the parking lot. Like I've practiced
That'll
this
be so safe.
2,000 times. You know, I pull the e-brake at Cormorant Inn and I just finally roll up to Zorbas.
It's that real.
No, it's like, it's legit. Like it, especially with the VR headset on, like you get set up in the car. He's got the inside of the Mustang looking identical to
Do you have
mine.
to pay for this map?
No, it's
all free?
He just sent me the files and then you
Oh.
install them.
So, dude, honestly, I'd be down for that guy to come out and take pics of inside the shop and like the track and just get everything dialed to a T. Like I think
have some
that'd be
different
so
cars.
sick. And then
I think it'd be awesome.
like I don't know, can you sell the map or?
I'm sure there's a way to set it up like that. I don't know that much about the game, but I'm pretty sure you can sell anything. In
We
like
need to
the
get an
mods and-
actual racing sim, like
Yeah.
a good one here, just so that way we can. If we're gonna have a freaking our own map, like we should
Probably,
have that.
if we're gonna get one, we kind of got to just get two so we can go head to head on it.
Yeah, that was the other cool thing. So he's like,
Yeah.
he sent it to me. I started playing it, and he's like, all right, like click on my link or whatever. All of a sudden, there's like 4 other guys drifting around. I'm like, oh, I'm like mobbing with the crew here now.
So
Like,
do those guys that play this in the video game, do they drift in real life as well,
yeah. So
or are
like,
they just like
I'm sure it's both.
I'm sure, yeah, it definitely is both. But like this guy, he also has like a Mustang or whatever, and he's like, you know, he's working on his car.
So you know he's
and
breaking it loose.
Of course, he's working.
That's so cool. Yeah, frick. Should I buy an Xbox or a sim? We got to buy a sim for the
We
company.
have to.
Like Cleats Podium 1 thing, dude. I mean, obviously he's training for a NASCAR race in it, but that sim is so sick. It's probably only like 60 grand too.
Yeah, dude,
Not
my
worth it at
steering
60.
wheel is trash, and I'm like, look, I want to get like a better steering wheel with better like feedback and stuff. And like, dude, the sim world, you can literally they can cost more than the car itself.
I mean, you know, if the driving physics are real, if you don't like, we're lucky enough to have a track. A lot of people can't go to the track on the weekend or during the week. So then, you know, like it's practice for the for the real world.
Dude, I think Brad DeBerdy's got a sim. I'm pretty sure it was on his story. Like the seat.
Yeah, he's
is
got a
moving, like,
crazy one.
You hit it wide open, that thing's going back. You hit the brakes, the seat's going forward. You're drifting, it turns with
Dude,
it.
they're not that much money. This one's $700. I'm sure it's not that good, but it looks pretty legit.
It might literally.
It's
just the stand.
It's not the seat, the steering wheel. It's just the stand itself.
Oh,
It's just the metal.
Yeah,
never
you need-
mind.
And
Yeah.
then
What,
you
what do you
Yeah.
think you got to have into a proper one?
Like I have $1,000 into mine, and it's junk.
Janky.
yeah,
compared
yours
to-
freaking breaks
Yeah,
every time
yeah,
you're driving
literally.
it.
So like 10 grand.
Honestly,
I would say
yeah,
5
$10,000.
built PC, really nice
Well,
monitors.
that's the thing. You got to buy the computer. Like the sim
Oh.
itself. Yeah, you're maybe spending $5,000, but now you need a computer that can handle the sim.
But like
And it's-
all, you have like it's like a real car seat, like a real handbrake, like all those are real car parts, right? Or no?
no, they are, but they're built to plug into a computer.
Well, right.
Yeah.
But like your steering wheel, is that not a real?
Nope, I use like the
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
You have like a
steering wheel.
Logitech.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is.
I have the
one that's
Logitech.
pretty-
Yeah,
I thought you like actually locked
base
on.
metal.
Like you could,
It'd be nice just
No.
to get one
I
that's
would-
just like a full
honestly,
package. Like it's
I-
got the screen. It's got
I'm just
the,
gonna put it
everything you
out
need.
there, like there's the Drift HQ, and now there's their subsidiary company called Sim HQ, and I would love some help from them because that's their whole shtick is helping people curate what kind of sim they get.
there are turnkey setups out there. Like there's guys that'll do PC monitors or VR, whatever you want to do. And honestly, I would recommend monitors. Like VR, I get like dizzy.
Just the steering thing is $640. Then you put a wheel on it. Like I don't even pedal.
It can get
set.
expensive. Really
Dude, there's
fast.
some like Andrew's sim. Like he's got an actual like legit one. If you crash and your hand's in the wheel, it'll break your wrist.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's Strads was.
that just seems
Yeah,
dangerous.
don't
Yeah,
love
that-
I
yeah.
don't
Yeah, who's
love
trying to
that.
get hurt playing a video game?
Broke my wrist.
It's the worst way to tell
Drifting.
anyone you got hurt.
Yeah.
I was playing a video game.
I mean, I didn't pick anything out here, but I didn't pick the cheapest of anything, but I didn't pick the most expensive, and it's $2,000 for the steering wheel spinner, the steering wheel, the pedals, the shifter, and the handbrake. So I mean, you put a nice computer on it and then a setup. I mean, for the shop, it's cheaper than our pinball machine, which doesn't work right now.
True. I'm just not trying to get anything shitty. It doesn't have to have all that. That just to me seems like something that could go wrong. You got to call your sim, like you're like we'd have to call a guy to come repair the pinball machine. I don't want to have to do that. But
We should get it fixed though, right?
I've been trying to I've posted a couple times who knows pinball machines.
Playing so much at night.
We'll get that thing going again.
Yeah.
all right, I have a video to show you guys. I don't know if this will be allowed, so we'll just do it quick. But I have so I'm just prefacing that. But I have
Just turn the volume off.
I have a video to show you guys. You need the volume.
Well, then it won't be allowed.
Well, I mean, it's not copyrighted.
mind.
It
Never
might be
mind.
loud if the volume's up loud.
Oh, Jake, you're gonna get a kick out of this. Everyone will.
There's a crazy video of the ATF going to a house, and the ATF is like, hey, you bought some guns, we need to see if you still have them because of straw purchase, a complete violation of your Second Amendment, your Fourth Amendment, and just, basic common sense and humanity. Here's where the ATF agents, they go to one dude's house, and the dude goes, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get it. Hold on a second. Closes the door, calls the cops. He goes, there's somebody out here pretending to be a cop who wants to see my guns. And that's how you get this confrontation right here.
Hey, turn around. Let me see your hands. Turn around. Let me see your hands. Okay, let me see your hands. I need to see some ID. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now.
I'm a federal agent.
917-110-3.
I'm a federal agent.
Get on the ground so I can find out who you are.
It ain't happening. This is how you get shot. I got my ID.
Do not reach for your waist. Keep your hands up.
Dude, why would I have an Olay shit?
Get your hands up. Get on the ground.
Face down now.
Now.
Face down.
Just bam.
You are the one making the mistake.
I get on the ground. I'm a federal agent. If that got you off, have a cigarette. Get ready for round 2 because it gets way better.
Do not resist.
I'm not resisting.
You're acting like a moron.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Don't do this. Wait a second. I got a medical condition. Get my license out of my pocket.
We're getting you secured first.
Wait. No. Hold on. I'm hyperventilating. I can't breathe. I'm not.
Stop resisting.
Would you
now.
please get my ID out of my left pocket?
Stop
I'm begging
resisting.
you. My wife's pregnant. Please. My wife's pregnant? Where did that come from? Sir, please.
Yo,
my-
get your taser out.
my
Get your
federal
taser out.
friend.
Get your taser out, Bill.
No,
Get the.
Don't make me.
Bro. tasement, bro.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That is hilarious.
Dude, that is honestly great. Like
That
Yeah,
could
there's
not
a
have been
guy
good
here-
for Buddy if
No.
he actually was a federal agent and 2 cops fucking took him down.
Well, why didn't the guy just comply?
It's what basically everyone in the comments said that. They're like,
He
"Bro,
should
if
know
would've
better than
just
anyone.
complied, like everything would have been just fine."
what a solid ploy on that other guy. He's
Yeah.
probably just sitting out his window.
Imagine watching
that.
that.
Got him.
Holy shit. Well, good stuff, fellas.
Thanks for having me, boys. This
No
is
problem.
great.
Thanks for
Thanks
coming,
for being
Jacob.
here, bro.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for listening. As
Yeah.
always, we'll be back next week with another one. Subscribe if you haven't, and let us know if you can get us hooked up on a drift sim, please.
Peace.
Peace.
Later.